Product provided by Nintendo.
Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode here on the Commonwealth Realm. As today we'll be looking at the brand new Nintendo Switch game, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Whoa. Brand new release, Conrad?
Yeah Joseph, this game just came out on Friday. I actually got it in the mail today.
Oh really? Is that so?
Look, I know what you're getting at, Joseph. This is another Wii U port brought to the Nintendo Switch. But this game was brought to the Nintendo Switch for a very good reason.
Well then, buddy, tell me, why would I go out and spend $60 on a game that I already played on Wii U 6 years ago?
Well, for one, you can play it on the go. And why don't you just tell our viewers, Joseph, if New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is for you?
New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Hot dang, that title is a mouthful. But if they called it New Super Mario Bros. Switch, that would imply that it's a new game, which it kind of isn't. The game was originally a launch title for the Wii U all the way back in 2012, and went on to be one of the best-selling games on that platform. So naturally, it made sense for Nintendo to port it to their more successful Switch. With that in mind, we're going to take a look at what's new and what's old in this port and determine whether or not New Super Mario Bros. U is right for... Simply put, the New Super Mario Bros. Series of games are exactly what they sound like. A modernized take on the 2D Mario platforming genre, with the console games boasting multiplayer of up to 4 people if you so desire. In this game, Peach gets kidnapped to no one's surprise, and it's up to Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette to save her. If you're playing by yourself, you can switch between these characters on the map screen. They each have their own unique playstyles, but the most notable ones are Toadette and the mischievous Nabbit, designed for younger or less experienced players. Nabbit is invincible to enemies, while Toadette is still vulnerable but easier to control, especially when she gets the Super Crown and turns into Peachette. Sorry, perverts, it only works for Toadette. Peachette offers an extra jump as well as the ability to float. But if you collect another power-up like a Fire Flower, she'll revert back to Toadette. And that's where the differences between the Wii U and Switch versions pretty much end. Toadette and Peachette were added for accessibility reasons, and they are very nice inclusions. Also, in the Deluxe version, you can't add platforms through the Switch's touchscreen like you can on Wii U. Not like that's a huge loss. At all. Throughout the game's Historia, you will go through levels in different worlds with a unique set of themes like your typical grasslands, dry desert, freezing cold snow, you get the idea. The typical settings for a typical 2D Mario game. And you know what? 2D Mario games are fun, and Mario Bros. U is no exception to this rule. It has all the staples we've come to love from the series, such as fun platforming, well-designed levels, and power-ups that change how the game is played. The most common new power-up is the Super Acorn, which gives Mario or one of his friends the ability to glide. Other than that, most power-ups are ones that have returned from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, such as the Fire and Ice Flowers, as well as the Penguin Suit and Propeller Mushroom. Some of these power-ups can be obtained on the game's map via mushroom houses, where you participate in a set of mini-games that can reward you with power-ups, assuming you don't pick the wrong Baby Yoshi or the wrong question block. This is also the case with 1-ups, where 1-up mushrooms shoot out of cannons in the green mushroom houses. To be honest, sometimes it's tempting to skip these because the minigames they offer aren't nearly as engaging as the ones from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The only times they really come in handy are when you're about to face a boss and you don't want to start in your weakest state. Other than that, regular levels hand you the power-ups you need at the beginning, so there really is no point in wasting that Super Acorn if the levels recommend you have an Ice Flower. I know I can easily skip getting the Ice Flower, but darn it, it's so tempting. I mentioned bosses a few sentences back, and they consist of the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. They're incredibly simple by design, and the only way you can possibly fail them is by your own lack of patience. However, time the jumps perfectly, and you can take down one of these Koopalings in less than a minute. Besides a pretty neat underwater fight with Bowser Jr., The Koopaling bosses aren't that engaging and are just a little too simple in design for me to call them great. But oh my god, if you like content, then this game is chock full of it. Even when you beat the main story, you can go back to the other levels and discover their secrets, find branching paths, and gather all the star coins. There are 3 star coins in each level, and some of them are harder to get than others. When you unlock them all, you'll unleash ultimate bragging rights. Luckily, there is more content when you go back to the main menu, with the 3 selections of challenges, boost rush, and coin battle. Coin battle I barely tampered with because of a severe lack of friends, but challenges and boost rush were pretty fun to play. Boost rush has you play levels where you need to catch up with the camera, and the camera will increase speed over time. Then there are the challenges that vary from time trials to gathering 1-ups and gliding until you reach the end. These were enjoyable modes that are good to play in portable mode while waiting for the time to pass. However, there is one big thing New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe includes: the new Super Luigi U expansion that was released a while after the initial game came out on Wii U. Basically, you play through the entire game's story mode again, only with different levels that are shorter. But there is a catch. You have 100 seconds to get to the end. As you can guess by the name, Luigi is the star of this show. But you can also play as Toad, Toadette, or Nabbit if it's a little too hard for you. Though that kind of defeats the purpose of this expansion since it's supposed to be tough, but whatever, you do you, fam. This was a totally rad inclusion and kind of softens the blow of having to spend a full $60 on this game. Of course, another big selling point about New Super Mario Bros. Is the multiplayer. This is no longer the NES or SNES days where you have to take turns. 4 people can play simultaneously and help others by throwing and jumping on them. Or you can be a pain in the ass by throwing and jumping on them. More players can help make the game more fun and less irritating, because when you die, you're warped back to the map. It's understandable why the developers did this, so you can choose power-ups if need be, but it irritatingly interrupts the flow of the gameplay. I timed this. Right when you die, it takes about 15 to 20 seconds to get back into the level. That is insane. The next game needs to figure out a better way to allow the usage of power-ups without having to warp all the way back to the map. In the grand scheme of things, I feel that New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is a fine game. Not bad, not amazing, just fine. If I had to pinpoint the biggest problem this game, and pretty much the entire New Super Mario Bros. Series, is that there's a serious lack of inspiration. We see the love and intention that goes into games like Super Mario Odyssey and Galaxy, but the new Super Mario Bros. Games feel more like they're cashing in on the nostalgia people feel for 2D Mario games. Thankfully, there have been worse examples of cash grabs from other companies, as this game still maintains a level of quality that we expect from Nintendo. However, it still lacks the heart and soul that other Mario titles flaunt so well in their gameplay and, most importantly, presentation. After being spoiled by games like Rayman Legends and Monster Boy, the art style of New Super Mario Bros. Is pretty bland. Just 3D character models in basic 2D environments. Because this series rakes in so much money, we imagine Nintendo will continue making more of these games. So all we ask is that they take the time and create something that looks more inspiring than this. So with all that in mind, is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe right for you? Obviously it depends. If you've never owned a Wii U, never played this game, and are a fan of 2D Mario, then this is a definite purchase for you, and you will get your money's worth. If you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, however, and you played most or all of this game on Wii U, you're better off waiting for a sale or getting it as a present. Not much has changed in the Switch port of the game, unless you really want to play it in portable mode. Finally, we have decided that New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe will receive a fair score of 80 out of 100. Like I said, it's still a fun game, but it leaves much to be desired. Now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with our score? Are you enjoying New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe? If yes or no, please tell us your opinion in the comment section down below. Be sure to click that thumbs up button if you liked this video, and if you are new, subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when we come out with another review, as well as more videos about the Nintendo Switch. We'd also like to thank our glorious patrons, including royal producer Kenyatta Ali, for all their contributions to the realm. Visit patreon.com/commonrealm to find out how you can join the ranks in exchange for some awesome perks. That's all for now, girls and guys, so we will see you next time on the Commonwealth Realm.